Do you ever think to yourself, I need to get this big project done by Friday so I can rest this weekend? Or if I work really hard and do X, Y, and Z on time and perfectly, then I can have some fun. If you're a high achiever, then I'm sure this is something you've done more often than not, and we're going to talk about that in today's episode. Hey, are you a high achiever who struggles with perfectionism? Do you get stuck in the cycle of overthinking? Do you do everything for everyone else because you think otherwise it won't get done? Do you feel like you should come with a disclaimer? Hi, I'm anxious. Hey, I'm Katy. Full disclosure, I'm not a therapist, doctor, or mental health professional. I'm just a career mama who also struggles with anxiety. For me, anxiety reared its head at the most inconvenient times, when I wanted to be present with my family, at those high pressure business meetings, when I was laying in bed awake at night worrying instead of sleeping. I just wanted to relax and be able to have fun, and I know that you do too. What if you found tools to manage your anxiety? What if you knew how to enjoy life even though you are anxious? Look, it's time to put down that third cup of coffee and swap it for some lemon water. We're going to get control over anxiety so it can stop controlling you. Let's go, girl. Hi, friends. How are you? Do you ever catch yourself making yourself work hard to earn rest or fun? I have done this so much, dear friend, and it's painful to think about, which is why I've been intentionally focusing on ways to give myself more rest and fun. This has been incredibly difficult for me, which is so funny because I think as an anxious high achiever, one of the reasons it's hard to relax and have fun is that I feel like if I give myself an inch, I'll take a mile. If I lay down and rest for 5 minutes, I'm going to lay down and rest for the next 12 hours. Or if I let myself go out to dinner Friday night, then I'm going to want to go out to dinner every Friday night. My mind will tell me ridiculous things. Like if I do a coffee date with a friend, then I'll just want to relax more and I won't get my new coaching offer launched. Or if I skip a workout today, then I'll let myself slide to the point where I've not only not met my wellness goals, but I'll almost instantaneously lose all of my flexibility and muscle mass. Now, saying these things out loud may sound so silly to you, and it does to me a little bit too, but when I question why I do things like this, I find that my mind does tell myself these things. If you're listening to this episode as it airs, then it's the end of one year and the beginning of another, and you may be thinking about making resolutions for the year. Now, whether or not you're doing that, I want to encourage you today to make a resolution for yourself to lessen telling yourself that you have to earn fun or rest. While it's not realistic to stop it altogether, if you're an anxious high achiever, I know it's possible to find ways to allow more relaxation and fun into your life, and I'd like to share with you a couple of ways that I've been intentionally doing this. One of the things that I've been practicing doing is to catch myself when I have a thought that I may want to relax or have fun and try to push it away. Now, this is harder than it seems, but the more I practice, the better I get at catching it. For example, I was trying to plan some food for the holidays and had a thought that for one snack or meal, I may do a fun tray of treats and something yummy to drink. My mind immediately told me that I should just put out fruit and nuts, but I caught myself. I thought, what reasons might I have to do that? Why might I forego the treat tray for the fruit and nuts? Now, one reason was that fruit and nuts sounded easier. Another reason is that they sounded healthier. And I almost dismissed the idea to put together a treat tray with a fun drink. And then I decided no, a treat tray with a fun drink is fun. And how often do I do that? I also realized that between treats I had on hand myself and treats that were gifts from friends, it really was just about as easy to have the treat tray and drinks as it would have been to put out fruit and nuts. And it was fun. Another thing that I've been practicing doing is to ask myself the question, why, as many times as it takes to get to the root of why I may want to forego or delay relaxation or fun. Now, this one is tough, friends, I won't lie, but so worth the effort. Here's how you can do it. If you catch yourself saying something like, I should do my workout instead of sleep in tomorrow morning, or I can push through and work 70-hour weeks because I have vacation in 3 months. By the way, this is a real life recent example of something I told myself. Then, after you've caught yourself, I want you to ask yourself why as many times as you need to get to the root of why you feel like you can't relax or have fun now instead of delaying it. I'm going to get vulnerable with you guys here and tell you that the root of the reason why I felt like I shouldn't work a little less and instead take the opportunity to do a fun thing with my family recently is because I didn't feel worthy of a rest. I didn't feel worthy of the fun. I felt like I hadn't earned it. And I know that might sound crazy, but if you're here, I'm guessing you can relate. I know this one was a really short episode, friends, but I did that on purpose. I believe that this is such an important topic for anxious high achievers that I want you to listen to the episode twice and share it with a friend and make a coffee or lunch date with that friend to discuss it. That is your homework. I want you to find a friend who will keep you accountable to doing this work because I feel like it is so important. It's important to catch yourself when your mind tells you that you shouldn't relax or have fun, and then to question why your mind is telling you that, okay? Because you are worthy, you don't need to earn it, and it's so important to relax and have fun. And if you'd like some added accountability, if you haven't already joined, I hope you'll come join my free Facebook group. I've created it as a place where high achieving women can come together to support, encourage, and be around one another. We'd love to have you join us. The link is in the show notes. Thanks for being here today, friends. I look forward to talking with you next week. Hey, friend, thanks for being here. Did today's episode help you feel more in control of your anxiety? Did it inspire you to rest or relax? Or maybe it challenged you to really look at why anxiety is a part of your life? If so, I'd love to hear from you. If you would take 30 seconds, pause this episode, scroll down in Apple Podcasts, and leave me a review, I would be so grateful. See you next week. Disclaimer, I am not a medical professional and this podcast is not providing therapy or medical treatment. Contents of the podcast are for informational purposes only and are not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always consult your healthcare provider with your health questions and concerns.